Hi there, welcome to Floating in Books. Today I'm taking you along to my Florence trip. Good morning. I am going to be taking you along for another vlog because I'm going to Florence today. So I just arrived at the airport. I decided to be here early because it can get quite busy, but I went through security like this, so I'm gonna have to wait here for the next 2 hours. So I just found a spot close to my gate, and I'm just gonna hopefully have a pleasant flight, and then I'm gonna take you along for the ride. I've never been to Florence before, so let's just get started. Welcome to Florence. I've arrived. I've done a quick little tour as I came in. I just arrived at the hotel. Lady was super helpful. She knows her stuff. She's done this before, but she really set me down. Here's a map. This is where you want to go. So I have a ticket to pick up at 2 from the museum. So I'm going to go to the museum straight away this afternoon. And then I can plan out the rest of my days the way I see fit. So I'm just going to freshen up for a bit. I switched on the air conditioning because it is quite stuffy here. It just rained terribly before I arrived this morning, so it's very there's a lot of moisture in the air, you could say. So you can definitely feel that when you're out and about. But yeah, today we're just gonna explore the city a little bit, but I'm gonna do proper exploring tomorrow, I think, because most museums are closed tomorrow. So that's why I wanted to do a museum today, so that tomorrow I can walk around the city and get the best gelato in town and do all that. So I have plans, but I'll tell you about those as we go along. But yeah, I just thought I could now properly open this vlog, but I'm just gonna put some makeup on and freshen up this face because I'm feeling a bit warm. And I don't know, I woke up at 4 a.m. this morning, so I'm a bit tired as well. So I just need a bit of a mooch, grab some lunch, and go to the museum. Quick little room tour. So this is the hotel room I'm staying at. It's a bit loudy because people are still cleaning, so I've got a bed. And then over here, I just have a very spacious bathroom. It's a bit noisy when I turn on the light. Hold on. But we've got a bidet. And then, it's clean.
So high, I'm hypnotized. What's up is down, what's left is right. Chasing stars and holding you. I can't see the end, but we'll see it through.
I am at the Uffizi Gallery. I think that's how you say it. I've got a ticket that I pre-booked, so I knew I would be able to get in and I can skip the lines, which is great. And it is valid in 4 other places as well, so it was much cheaper than buying all the places individually. So we are gonna go, I can't show you this way, somewhere around there. That's where the entrance is supposed to be, so let me find out where I'm supposed to get in. And we'll see. Let's have a look at some art. This is much more of a cultural trip, by the way, than what I did in London. So this is going to be a very different one, but I can't wait.
Dangerous times, don't fly too high. Be sure to keep the ground in sight. Fly forever if you keep it tight. Love the world, but keep the sky on your mind.
Can you tell where I'm at? Yes, I'm standing right in front of the Duomo, but I don't think I can go inside yet, but the plan is to walk around the city tomorrow and do that. So then I'm gonna go inside the church and see all that. So I'm just having a mooch. I'm trying to find my way back to the hotel because I woke up at 4 a.m. So I want to take a nap before heading out to dinner. I am back in the hotel, just taking a chill. I think I may actually try and take a nap. Don't want to sleep for too long because then I won't be able to sleep tonight. Plus, I want to make sure I get up early tomorrow so I can have most of the day without too many tourists, because it is quite busy still. Granted, I arrived on Sunday afternoon, which is of course going to be peak hour for any tourists. Most people tend to leave on a Monday morning, I hope, fingers crossed. And most of the museums are actually closed tomorrow, and it's going to be dry all day. So that's going to be I'm going to mooch around the town and really explore kind of day. It just kind of worked out this way to go to the museum today because I bought a combination ticket. So now I have access to 5 museums in total, and the ticket gives me 1 entry to each of these museums. But the only place to pick it up and sort of activate it was at the museum I went to today, which is the Uffizi. So that's why I went there today, so I can have that ticket validated for the rest of my stay, because it's valid for 5 days for 5 museums, I believe. So that's great. So yeah, the Uffizi was a lot bigger than I had expected. It is one of the biggest museums in the world, which I just hadn't really realized, because I've just heard that it's one of the things to do when you go to Florence, but I had not really read into what it was all about. But after about 500 times seeing Madonna with Child, I think I'm good for the time being. But yeah, some of the main Italian painters are there. Tizian, is that how you pronounce his name in English? I wouldn't know. In Dutch we say Tizian. Caravaggio, Botticelli, all that stuff is there. Some Rembrandts as well, like some Dutch masters. But you couldn't film in there. So they were really yelling at people the minute they would whip out their cameras to do anything other than taking a picture. So you're just gonna have to view my Instagram feed in a couple of days and see what I was actually up to, because that's what happened. But yeah, I'm just chilling right now so I can go and recharge before I try to find pasta, because I'm in Italy, so I need to try pasta. And the lady who runs this place actually showed me where all the locals eat, like a couple of things, and there is a little neighborhood really close to my hotel where apparently all the locals go. So I'm just gonna pick a place around there. It's about a 5-minute walk. Like, everything in Florence is within walking distance, so I'm going to get my steps in again these next couple of days. I'm pretty sure I will. So yeah, I'm just gonna chill, maybe take a nap, and then I'm gonna take you out for dinner. Good morning. Quick little outfit of the day before I'm heading out the door to go visit the Duomo. So I'm wearing this dress that I got from H&M, which you've seen in a recent haul over on this channel. And yeah, I just thought I could take this dress with me straight away. It's going to be a cloudy day, but it's not going to be super cold. So I'm pretty sure I'm going to be fine just wearing the dress, wearing it with my Vejas, and then this is my bag of choice. Since this is more of a culture trip, I'm not planning on shopping too much, so this is pretty much it. So good morning, and then I'm going to take you along for the ride again today. And today we're just going to do a lot of walking, because today none of the museums are actually open, so I'm just going to have a mooch around and really explore the city. My hotel has pointed out the best place for gelato to me as well. I'm not even wearing makeup. I just put on sunscreen and I'm good, I thought. So let's head out the door. haven't spoken to you in a while. It's around 4 p.m. right now, and I have had a blast today. I went to 4 different churches, which you'll have seen in the video, I think. Or maybe not. I'm not sure if I filmed in every single one of them. I'm currently up on one of the highest points in Florence, which is where you have a really nice view of the city. And I've pretty much walked everywhere, which has given me a great sense of where I'm at and what I'm doing and what the city is like. And as you can see, it's a glorious day. It's a little cloudy, but it's been lovely. It is now getting a little later in the day, so my plan is to make it back to the hotel, take a nap, head out to dinner, and then call it a night. So very successful second day so far. So let me close it off before we head into day number 3. Remember what I said, that I was gonna first chill at the hotel and then grab dinner? Changed my game plan halfway through. I walked right past the market where I already had lunch yesterday, and I was like, you know what? They had some really good sandwiches, and because I had a pretty big lunch, I didn't really feel like having a lot of food. So I did that, and I grabbed my second gelato of the day. I know, I'm terrible. This is just one flavor though, it's smallest amount, because I was like, I already had gelato today. I can't do it too much, but. So yeah, gelato for dessert and just a very small dinner. And I was like, you know what? I'm just gonna chill. Today was a rather full day, pretty full on. I walked over 22,000 steps, which is a lot. So I pretty much walked straight across the city all day long. I climbed a hill. I've had my workout done for the day as well. I had a lot of fun though. Florence is a beautiful city, and if you stay away from like the 3 main tourist attractions, which is like the Duomo, the Ponte Vecchio, and like there's these like hubs where everybody gathers, where it's super busy with tours and just scores of people. But the minute you go into side streets and you veer off of like the main roads where everybody goes, it's not that bad. So probably also because it's like the end of the season, it's October of course, so it's not like height of summer. But the temperature was great today. I had lovely weather. It was very overcast and cloudy, but it wasn't as stuffy and humid as it was yesterday. So the weather was absolutely perfect for just going around town all day. Like I already mentioned, I visited 4 different churches and basilicas, cathedrals, the whole 9 yards. So, but that's Italy for you. I know that from going to Rome as well, where you just walk across, like, you just come across a random church and they're all free to enter. Well, pretty much all of them. I had to pay entry for one of them, but that was the prettiest one. It had all these cloisters and like areas where you could go with all of these frescoes. It was really, really cool. So I'm really glad that I sort of took, like, I went there on a hunch. Like, that seems to be something I could go to. And then it ended up being like my favorite thing I did all day. And then when I climbed up that hill to have the view over the city, there were 2 churches there right next to each other. And one of them was really badly lit. But that one was just very plain and boring. And then if you went even up further up the hill, there was like another cathedral there, and that was really, really pretty. So this is what you sometimes should just do. You just go off the beaten path just a little bit, and you find really good places. But yeah, the hotel was really helpful with that as well, because the lady of the hotel like pointed out like, this is where the locals go. This is, if you want like good food where, you know, not all the tourists go to, then that's fine as well. And then I found Kiko and Wycon right next to each other on the high street where all the shopping is. Went into Kiko, but because that's a brand I can get at home, I kind of skipped that. But I did pick up some bits from Wycon for sure, because that's an Italian brand I've heard of, but I've never been able to try them. And they seem to have a very, very pretty eyeshadow palette that is very cool toned, which, if you know anything about my makeup preferences, that's exactly what I want. So yeah, I bought some bits there to try. So if you follow my main channel, then definitely check that out, because I'll show those bits when I do a haul over on that channel at the start of November. So that will be pretty soon as well. So yeah, for now, I'm just gonna chill. Tomorrow, it's gonna be another full-on day. That day is going to be museum themed because I still have my ticket left where I have access to 4 more museums. And I already have a ticket booked for the David by Michelangelo to see that. So that's at 12:15, and I found out that 2 of the places I have a free entry to with the ticket I already got to get into the Uffizi are right around that corner. So the plan is to be there in the morning until like visit those 2 places, then go visit the David place, and then go to the Pitti Palace and the Boboli Gardens. That's the plan for tomorrow, because apparently tomorrow is going to be like the best day weather-wise with sunshine and all that. And then on Wednesday it's supposed to rain, so. And then I actually have other plans because I don't want to stay in just Florence for this trip as well, because I've never been to Tuscany. So the plan is to also visit some other places around here and take a train to some adjacent towns as well. So I'll tell you more about that tomorrow. For now, I'm going to call it a day, and I'll see you guys again tomorrow. Good morning. This is Florence Day 3, and today we're doing a museum day. That's the aim. So I have a ticket to go see David's Michelangelo at 12:15, and there are 2 museums in that like nearby that place where I would like to get to as well. That's part of the ticket that I also got in on the Uffizi. And then after that visit, I want to go to the Pitti Palace and the Boboli Gardens this afternoon. This is going to be the last dry day tomorrow, and the day after tomorrow it's going to rain. So I just wanted to be prepared and get those things out of the way, because then I've seen everything I need to see, and then it doesn't really matter what I do if I end up being like stuck indoors or something like that. So quick little outfit of the day. The lighting is a little bit murky in here, but I'm wearing this And Other Stories blouse, my blue jeans from the day I was traveling, which are by Levi's, and then my Dr. Martens. I always take 2 pairs of shoes when I travel, so I can switch, so I can alternate. So yeah, that's it for today. Let me take you around town. Good afternoon. I am back with a talkie bit. I filmed quite a bit today, but I wasn't able to film everywhere I went because there were restrictions on what you could and couldn't film. So I took mainly pictures today, but went to 2 different museums this morning because those would only be open in the morning, and they were really small and they just came with the ticket. The archaeological museum ended up being a lot bigger than I had expected, and they weren't things that I normally would have visited if I didn't have it included in the ticket anyway, so it just felt like a bonus. And then I went to a square, had a cappuccino, because I had to wait until I could go into the building that has the David by Michelangelo, and that was like the biggest disappointment of the trip because that's pretty much the only thing you can see there. And then I went to the palace, and now I'm walking around the gardens that are adjacent to the palace because that was also included in the ticket. And today's like the last nice days to be really doing this. I'm just sitting down, having a bit of a rest, and then we're gonna continue. Good morning. I'm starting off in front of the mirror again. I have to be a little bit quiet because it's only 6:30 in the morning, but I'm not staying in Florence today. I'm actually going to Pisa and to Lucca today. So I bought a train ticket yesterday on my way back to the hotel, had some dinner, which was lovely, and it really feels like a treat to be able to eat outdoors at nighttime in October. That normally doesn't happen, so this is just a quick outfit. I'm gonna be wearing my Veja's monkey blouse, H&M pants, and then I'm gonna head out because there is a train that goes to Pisa at 7, and I want to be able to make the most of it today. So it's gonna rain though, so I'm bringing an umbrella and a sweater because I don't think it's going to be too warm today, just in case. And we'll be visiting 2 different places outside of Florence. So let's explore Tuscany, you could say. Welcome to Luca. I took the train. It's still very, very wet. It's going to be wet all day. I'm wearing my sweater, so I'm not cold, which is good. So now we're going to have a look at this town, which is apparently a lot more entertaining than Pisa, I've heard from colleagues. So taking their recommendation to visit Luca. So here we go. Good morning. I am about to be ready for my final day in Florence. It's only half a day because I need to grab a flight. I think I need to get to the airport around like 3-ish, so it's like half a day. It's around 9 o'clock right now. I need to check out sometime before 10. It's supposed to rain a lot again today. There's been thunderstorms overnight and all that jazz. So we'll see what the weather is like. I have 2 more things that I'd like to do today, and they're indoors. I kind of looked at the weather and the way things were going to play out when I got here and decided that those 2 things that were on my itinerary, that I would save them for Thursday because they were indoors. I just don't expect them to take hours. I think it's like an hour visit for one thing and maybe like half an hour for the other thing. So it's definitely not going to fill up the entire day, but I'm going to have to grab lunch at some point as well. I'm all packed and ready to go. So let me show you what I actually did, because I don't think I showed you my packing. So this is it. I've got a coat. This is my purse that I was carrying around, and that's my main luggage. I was traveling hand luggage only. In Italy, it's a lot of old like flagstones, cobblestones, those kind of things. You don't want to drag a suitcase over that, and I was only away for 5 days, and I knew I wouldn't be doing much in terms of shopping, because it's much more about being here and seeing all the sights than, for instance, when I go to London, when I tend to shop a bit more. So yeah, that's how I did it. It's just a backpack and a purse. I can leave the backpack here until I leave later today, so that's great as well. They offer that, and yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm gonna chill for a little while before I actually set out to leave and head into town for one last time.
Right, I'm back home and I completely forgot to make an ending to this vlog. So the last thing I think I shot was right before takeoff in the plane. I got home safe and sound around like 10 p.m. at night and I was pooped. So yesterday I didn't do anything. Today I'm doing all the laundry and making sure everything is like cleared away. I'm ready to go for a new work week on Monday. So thank you so very much for joining me on my trip to Florence. I had a blast. I hope you had a blast watching this video. So thank you again for being here. Next week I will be back with a new video. So I would like to stay tuned for that. And then I hope to see you in my next one. Bye-bye.